Many tourists who start traveling want to know how to tell the difference between Chinese, Japanese and Koreans. And in this video you will learn the answer to this question. Visual differences. Although it may be stereotypical and not always accurate, some people have distinctive appearance traits that sometimes allow you to identify Chinese, Japanese, and Koreans. It is important to remember that everyone's appearance is individualized and these observations should not be used as the only way to differentiate. Chinese. The Chinese are a very diverse nation with many ethnic groups, e.g., Han, Uyghurs, Tibetans, etc., so their appearance varies greatly. Ethnic Han Chinese, who are the majority, may have relatively round faces, wider cheekbones, and their eyes may be more almond-shaped or narrower. However, there is great diversity in facial features and physique. Japanese. Japanese people often have more oval faces and slender features. Some Japanese can be seen to have slightly lighter skin compared to Chinese or Koreans, although this is also not universal. Japanese eyes may be slightly raised with smoother, softer lines on the face. Koreans. Koreans may have more defined facial features with wide, flat cheekbones. Faces with more defined and angular contours are common. Many Koreans have lighter skin tones and may pay a lot of attention to skin care, which makes them look well-groomed and radiant. Some people pay attention to the characteristic shape of the nose, which may be slightly wider or flatter. Clothing styles and hairstyles. Every culture has its own fashion trends, and clothing can tell a lot about a person. Chinese. The Chinese tend to follow global trends, but brand name items and colorful clothing items are popular in major cities. Young people are often dressed in European or American styles with an emphasis on comfort. Japanese. The Japanese are known for their unique sense of fashion. Young people in Tokyo may wear unusual outfits, such as Harajuku style, a mixture of colorful, eccentric elements. Japanese adults, on the other hand, stick to a classic and understated style, often favoring minimalist clothing. Koreans. Koreans, especially young adults, love trendy, stylish outfits. The influence of Korean pop culture, K-pop, is evident in their appearance. They often follow the latest trends, have neat, trendy hairstyles and clear skin. Korean cosmetics and grooming are important in their culture and this is reflected in their appearance. Cultural differences and behavior. People's behavior in public places can also help distinguish them. Chinese. Chinese may be louder in public places compared to Japanese and Koreans. Chinese may speak in higher tones in restaurants or on the street due to cultural communication patterns. Communication in China may be more open and people may be less restrained in expressing emotions. Japanese. Japanese people tend to be very polite and reserved in public places. They try to avoid loud conversations in transportation and public places. The Japanese have a tradition of bowing as a sign of greeting or thanks, which can also help identify them. They are often more reserved and show respect for personal space. Koreans. Koreans can be somewhere in the middle between Chinese and Japanese in terms of loudness and expression of emotion. They can be talkative, but they also try to maintain politeness and respect. Bowing and thank you gestures are also common in Korea, but they may be less formalized than in Japan. Language. Language differences are one of the surest ways to distinguish between Chinese, Japanese and Koreans. Chinese. The Chinese language, especially its standard dialect, Mandarin, is characterized by distinctive intonation and many tones. Chinese sounds with smooth transitions and has many syllables with open vowels. Japanese. Japanese tends to sound softer, with a characteristic intonation where words often end in vowel sounds. A phrase may contain many short and rapid syllables, and speech is usually even and rhythmic. Korean. Korean has its own distinct rhythm and sound. It may sound a little harsher compared to Japanese, but smoother compared to Chinese. Frequent P and K are characteristic sounds, and word endings may sound more abrupt. That's it. I hope this information will help you in your travels.